I know I'm not the one to usually do a serious topic kind of deal or video, but unfortunately, as of today, at work, which today being Tuesday, this video will probably go up tomorrow. As a lot of you guys know, I work for the city, and I deal a lot with the police and the fire department, so I deal with a lot of crime scenes and wrecks and fires and stuff like that. And and through the years and with this job, I unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, have seen a lot of things I don't want to see, a lot of things most people shouldn't have to see, and sadly I've seen a lot of fatalities, being wrecks or murders and stuff like that, and it's never easy. It never gets easy. Sadly, today was a bad day. I had to deal with 2 scenes today that involved suicide. And I know like I said, I usually don't do these serious topic things. But, having to deal with not only one suicide, but having to deal with 2 suicides today, I just feel like I need to get, things off my chest. And, I know there's been tons of commercials, tons of people talk about it. I know Phoenix have talked about it multiple times, about suicide. And, I can't honestly say I know what these people are going through. I know a lot of it is depression, people being depressed. I am fortunate enough to say I've never had to deal with really depression. Have I been depressed before? Yes. I've definitely had depressing moments many times. But I'm the kind of guy that I can get over it really fast. I don't stay down very long. So, I'm not going to sit here and try to say I know what people are going through, because when it boils down to, in reality, I don't know what people are going through. And the worst part is these people that did this. I'm not saying they're bad people, but unfortunately they did it out in the open, out in public, to where anybody could see it. And unfortunately, that's how they were found, was the fact that they were out in public and out in the open, in front of a bunch of people, and in front of kids. Sadly, unfortunately there was kids around that seen it, and definitely, no kid should ever have to see that. And the thing is one person, I had no idea who they were. Never seen him, never met him. Sadly, the other person is somebody I didn't know. I wouldn't say we were friends. I've met this person a few times. I've hung with this person a few times, over the years. And, from what I remember, he was a great guy. He was a funny guy. And that's the worst part is, he always had a smile on his face, always making people laugh, always bringing joy and laughter to everybody else. And one thing it made me realize today, and over the years, especially with celebrities, like Robin Williams and, people like that, is, they always say, if you see the signs, call somebody. Which, is definitely true. If you think somebody's suicidal, you should do something about it. The bad part is, and this is just my opinion, I'm not an expert or anything like that. And I don't try to claim to be an expert. Again, like I said, I've never been through this personally, so I don't know what it's like. But the sad part is, a lot of people that commit suicide, unfortunately, are the people you least expected. They're the ones that are always happy, or always seem happy, and always enjoying life and themselves. And over the years, I've had very, very close friends commit suicide. And the worst part is after it's all said and done, me personally, I feel like a lowlife, because here it is, a buddy of mine, friends of mine that I've known, grew up with, spent a lot of time with, into their life. And I wouldn't say I was oblivious, but I had no idea. I had no idea they were in pain. I had no idea, they were depressed. They never showed it. And it really makes you sit back and think, the way the world is. I'm not gonna lie, the world nowadays is a shitty place to live. It really is. Now, I don't think I don't think suicide is the way to go, ever. There's other ways to do it, but again, me never being through it, I don't know what it's like. I don't know the situation these people are in. Maybe they feel like that was the only way to do it. I don't know. I wish they didn't. And it sucks because in a way, you see people that have committed a major crime. And you see a lot of it with these mass murders, these mass shootings and stuff like that. You see these people that claim their own lives at the end. Now, when it boils to something down like that, I'm sorry, it's horseshit. That is you being a coward. That's somebody going out causing harm to other people, and instead of dealing with the consequences, they just end their life knowing that they don't have to deal with it no more. And in my opinion, that's a chicken shit move. What's also bad is it takes away from people that really are or have committed suicide or thinking about committed suicide, who are great people, very great people, just in a very depressing matter. And it's some people feel like that's the only way out. And nobody should ever feel that depressed. Sadly, a lot of it nowadays is because of bullying. Especially with younger kids. There's kids constantly getting bullied all the time, and they feel like there's nobody out there that loves them or wants to be friends with them, and they feel like that's the only choice they got. And I'd be a hypocrite if I said that I didn't bully people back at school. I was actually a huge bully, and it's not something I'm proud of at all. In fact, looking back, I really wish somebody back then would have just knocked the dog shit out of me. Because I would deserve it. I really did. I deserved it 100%. And luckily over the years, the people that I did bully, I've met, ran into them over the years, and I have apologized for my actions, and hopefully they accept my apology. I completely understand if they didn't. I wouldn't be upset. Everything that they think about me or treat me, I completely deserve. But growing up now and being older, I see people getting bullied all the time, and a lot of it's over dumb shit. It's over the dumbest things in the world, and there's no need for it. Sadly, definitely does not excuse what I did, the way I treated people. I'm very ashamed of it. But that alone is a big reason why there's a lot of suicides involving children nowadays. And I say that, suicide is bad either way, but especially when it involves children or kids, and to a kid, to me, is still under 21. That's why I still call Brandon a kid and Tyler a kid and Chief kid. They're still kids, and it's just the way it really is. They're young. They got their whole life ahead. And sadly, you see a lot of people their age that are constantly getting bullied, whether it be, in person or online. And, being a bully myself and maturing from it, I look back and, now it frustrates the shit. Anytime I see bullying, I won't stand for it. I will say something about it. I don't honestly give a shit whether you like me or not at the end of the day. Because I look back and see these kids nowadays, the way, they're treating them, how it hurts them. And it angers myself even more that I did that to people. And again, like I said, it's not something I'm proud of. I wish, I could go back in time and take it all back. But the reality of life is you can't. It is what it is. It's, hopefully, these people that are doing it can stop, learn from their mistakes, and try to help people in the future from doing it. Like I said, I completely deserved to get the shit knocked out of me in school. I really did. I'm surprised it didn't happen. And again, I wouldn't be mad if it did happen. I deserve it all. But anyways, I just want you to boil down to what I want people to know is, no matter the situation, no matter how tough time is getting, just remember there is always somebody out there that loves you. There's always somebody out there that cares about you. I know sometimes it don't feel like it. I've had those moments where I sit there and think, man, nobody cares about me. Nobody gives a shit. But you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there that do care about you and do love you and, would do anything for you. So if you ever, get down or anything, just always remember that. Always remember that there is somebody out there that does love you. There is somebody out there that does care about you. And, hopefully that'll get you through these hard times. Again, like I said, I don't try to claim to be an expert on stuff. I honestly, personally never went through it myself. Luckily. But, it's a sad deal. And, like I said, I've dealt with many fatalities. I've seen many, sadly, dead bodies. More than a person probably should. But it is what it is. It's part of my job, and I have to deal with it. The sad part, though, is, what people don't realize is, it's sad that somebody lost their life, but, now you look at these cops, and now they have the unfortunate job of calling people who probably have no idea that somebody's, committed suicide. Or family members, and let them know the sad news. And people say what they want about cops or law enforcement, but that's unfortunately a job they got to do, and that's not a job they want to do. I guarantee you ask any law enforcement out there, the last thing they want to do is call a family member, no matter what the situation is, and say, hey, unfortunately such and such is gone, they're no longer alive. What? I thought I bought that. So, yeah, I know probably a lot of this don't make sense. It's been a very long day. Very, very, very long day. But I felt like, some I had to get off my chest. Like I said, I've seen many dead bodies. This is, unfortunately, the first. I don't know if it's unfortunate or, I've been with the city for quite a while, but, this is the first time I've ever had to deal with a scene like that. And, the bad thing is it affects a lot more people than what you'd think. It really does. And, looking back, I wish there was something I could do, but, the sad part is it's happened and there's nothing I can do. But I just wanted to, get that off my chest and let people know that, you are important. Don't ever think otherwise. Don't ever think you're unimportant. Just because you may seem unimportant to one person, let it be. One person may not like you, but there may be 6 people behind you that adore you, and love being with you. So, well, guys, that's going to do for this video. It's just something I had to get off my chest, and you know, like I said, it's been a long day. You know, if you're ever feeling depressed, like I said, I know Phoenix has said it multiple times. You know, if you need to talk, send him a message. I'm the same way. If you guys are feeling depressed and you need someone to talk to, don't be afraid to send a message. Now, when I say that, I don't mean everybody in the dog sending messages just saying hey or anything. But you know, if you're going through a rough time and you feel like, you know, nobody's on your side or nobody cares, feel free to shoot a message. You know, I'm real bad. I don't get notifications, so if I don't answer right back, I'm not ignoring you. Just give it some time. I usually try to check. But yeah. So that's going to do for this, guys. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.